6, Prost to the profits. Oktoberfest is estimated to bring millions of dollars into the La Crosse area. And the big parade is tomorrow, where and when roads are closing ahead of the Maple Leaf Parade.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
For joining us for News 8 Now at 6, I'm Amy DuPont. Ken is off. Happy Oktoberfest. And happy indeed. According to Explore La Crosse, the celebration generates more than $15 million in economic impact. News 8 Now's Rob Romano spoke with vendors and business owners about today's sales. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Amy. Happy Oktoberfest. Vendors and business owners tell me they are expecting to make a profit this weekend. Some festgoers tell me that this year's Oktoberfest crowd is larger than in previous years. When accordion player George Shilps arrived at Oktoberfest on Friday, he was amazed by the crowd.
The line went for miles and miles.
Food vendor Tony Becker of Stumpy's Concessions says this is his 10th year selling at Oktoberfest. He expects to make a profit again this year because of the sheer volume of people.
So far it's going great. Like I said, large crowd came out this morning already to be here, so it's going to be a nice long day. My interview with Becker got interrupted by his relatives, who also came to Oktoberfest this year. Everybody's having a good time already.
He's such a good-looking guy. That's my nephew.
Well, in any event, it took about an hour and 15 minutes this morning to enter the Oktoberfest grounds if you didn't have a ticket. Like any other year, people have come from miles around to celebrate. David Haga came from South Dakota.
It feels great. The weather's great. The people are great. We're having a great time.
When it comes to paying to rent a spot at Oktoberfest, food vendor Tanner Remlinger, owner of a small business called the Nut Shack, says for a small space it costs about $700 or $800. On Friday, he said he could feel the community support.
You can tell that La Crosse is definitely behind this event, and a lot of people really enjoy coming here every year.
Explore La Crosse estimates that each visitor at Oktoberfest spends more than $200 each. The organization says this is also a big weekend for local hotels.
Almost at capacity with hotels, and it is a great weekend for occupancy in general in regards to hotel stays.
But for Shilps, the crowds don't signify more money. They're instead more of an opportunity to make an impact with his accordion.
You got to go out and touch lives, and music touches lives.
And Explore La Crosse estimates that approximately 150,000 people will attend tomorrow's parade.
That is a huge number. Wow. Thanks, Rob. According to a 2014 UW Whitewater study, La Crosse's Oktoberfest creates at least 200 jobs. And this year marks the 61st fest. Thousands of eager festgoers rushed down to the downtown fest grounds this morning for the tapping of the golden keg. That annual tradition marks the official opening ceremony, but for a lot of festers, the ceremony means much more than that.
You got Christmas, you got Thanksgiving. In La Crosse, Wisconsin, you have the tapping of the golden keg. It's amazing. The entire community comes out. Tons of employers actually give their employees the day off to come on down, tap the keg, and be a part of this amazing tradition.
The downtown fest grounds are going to be open until midnight tonight, and that is where we find our very own meteorologist, Eric Dean. And Eric, you've been on stage, you've eaten, you're hanging out with the fest goers. It's a great Friday for you.
Yeah. It is. It's a gorgeous evening outside. We got the food going. The food is hot. The beer is cold. Last hour, I had the pork nachos at the Eddy Street Grill. Now, I'm trying the pork taco again. It's pork, mac and cheese, and barbecue sauce. And if you're not careful, you will wind up wearing half of this. Take a look outside. We have a little bit of cloud cover outside. Temperatures right now are in the 60s. We're seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 60s across the area. Some places still seeing temperatures in the low 70s. Not a bad evening whatsoever. If you have plans to get out to the Oktoberfest, get out and enjoy it. We will see temperatures dropping a little bit as we go into the evening and overnight hours. We'll see temperatures going into the mid to upper 50s. Overall, again, not a bad evening. If you have plans to come to the parade tomorrow, it starts at 10 a.m. Make sure you take a light jacket. Make sure you take a sweater, just in case. It's going to be a little chilly out there. But still, get out and enjoy it tomorrow. We will see temperatures a little warmer as compared to today, with highs going back into the upper 60s, low 70s. Now, coming up in the first forecast, we're going to talk about the next 8 days. We'll have that hour by hour for the parade, as well as the remainder of your Oktoberfest weekend. So for now, Where there's food, there I am, and I'm going to.
Again, you've had nachos and tacos. Where's the spatzel? Oh, he doesn't even care. He's like, peace out. Yeah, he's doing Oktoberfest his way, the Eric Dean way. Well, it's only natural to be excited, as Eric Dean is, for all that Oktoberfest has to offer. Each year, folks get to set out and try to find the best seat in the house for the Maple Leaf Parade. Jane and Bill Beanaboos have been watching that parade since 1979, and now they watch with 3 generations, their kids, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Like couples say, waking up at 5 in the morning the day before the parade is worth it for all the great memories they make.
We've seen these same people for years and years and years, enjoying the fest, enjoying their families, coming out here in unity and just having a good time.
The Maple Leaf Parade begins tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. And if you're heading out to the parade route, keep in mind the Clinton Street Bridge will be closed beginning at 6 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to stay closed until the parade is over. So if you need to get out to French Island, you're going to have to use I-90. But there is no need to travel because WKBT is proud to bring the Maple Leaf Parade right to your living room. Our broadcast starts at 10 tomorrow morning. You can watch on MyTV, which is channel 8.2, on Charter, that's channel 6, and on CenturyLink, that's channel 10. Well, what's Oktoberfest without a little competition? The Lederhosen games are underway, and folks are playing typical games like races and scavenger hunts, as well as festive games like a Stein holding contest and a grain toss. Like most Oktoberfest events, the Lederhosen game attracts festgoers from all over.
I think it's really amazing because people come from all over La Crosse and also from out of the state just to participate in this celebration.
UWL's Recreation Management Department hosted the Lederhosen Games. If you're headed out to the fest grounds, travel lightly. Organizers put out this list of things that are not allowed on the grounds. It includes large bags and backpacks, weapons of any kind, professional cameras and recording equipment, skateboards, bikes, and scooters. Pets and emotional support animals will also not be admitted. Just south of the fest grounds, another Oktoberfest tradition. Hungry crowds gathered early this morning at the La Crosse American Legion for the slicing of the golden brat. Wow, they do with a sword too. Of course, it was so good, not a crumb was left. This year's Festmaster says the slicing is as Oktoberfest as you can get.
It's really kind of a big deal. 8 feet long, 75 pounds. It is one of the cool things that makes Oktoberfest Oktoberfest.
So how long does it take to cook a 75-pound brat? Hours. But Kratz says what makes it special? It's cooked with love. Still ahead, a new poll finds older Wisconsin voters are leaning Republican. Man, that 90% of those voters are planning to hit the polls. Plus, activists in Milwaukee making a statement with a manure sculpture of Republican candidate Ron Johnson, and his campaign is responding.
Score great savings Friday through Sunday at Ashley Furniture Outlet with recliners starting at $330, beds as low as $290, and up to 80% off clearance items. Only at Ashley Furniture Outlet in Arcadia, off Flashco Avenue and State Road 93.
Ron Johnson and China. Here's how it works. While in the Senate, Johnson made $57 million from a family business whose growth was directly linked to China. He invested in Chinese factories, and Johnson's family business got $50 million in loans from the Bank of China. Johnson pushed for shipping American jobs overseas, while he got rich. Ron Johnson's out for himself, not us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go! It's a pattern we can't ignore. Multiple women accuse cop Dave Estenson of abusing the badge, trying to coerce them into sex acts for years. They said Estenson asked teens for sexual favors to avoid underage drinking citations and threatened to plant evidence on one teen if she told anyone. Still another teen said Estenson sexually assaulted her. He couldn't be trusted as a police officer, and he can't be trusted as state senator.
Right now at Ashley, find great deals on bestsellers in-store and online. These trending styles are in stock and ready for fast delivery, so you don't have to wait. Plus, pay no interest for up to 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop online today.
A new poll from AARP shows Republican candidates leading the race for Wisconsin governor and Wisconsin's U.S. Senate seat. People over the age of 50 make up 55% of registered voters. Pollsters for AARP say 50-plus voters are mostly concerned about the economy and inflation. The poll shows 90% of voters over the age of 50 are extremely motivated to vote this November.
They're very, competitive. They lean a bit more Republican than voters under the age of 50. They currently favor, Michaels by a 5-point margin in the race for governor. They favor Johnson by a 7-point margin over Barnes in the race for Senate.
The poll found 84% of voters in that age group would be more likely to vote for a candidate who will protect Social Security from cuts. Climate activists in Milwaukee unveiled a life-size sculpture of Senator Ron Johnson made out of manure. The organization's Next Gen PAC and Move On argue the Republican hasn't done enough to help Wisconsin communities affected by climate change. Johnson's campaign issued a statement in response. Quote, Mandela Barnes and his Defund the Police liberal allies have left Wisconsin hurting from a violent crime epidemic and 40-year high inflation while offering no solutions, just more BS political stunts. There are signs of progress, but test scores from Wisconsin grade school students also showed decline since the coronavirus pandemic and persistent gaps. The State Department of Public Instruction released math and language arts scores for grades 3 through 8, and the results showed in 2022 fewer than half of Wisconsin students were deemed proficient. Now that's a drop of roughly 10% from 2019. Those tests were canceled in 2020 and had low participation in 2021. Still ahead, a Midwestern way to fill a freezer. Trumpereau County is offering venison to people in need.
And in the world of weather, we have a gorgeous evening out. So if you have plans to come out to Oktoberfest, it'll be a great evening. I'll have the 8-day forecast coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Did you know Tim Michaels wants to criminalize abortion, even for pregnant rape victims?
But are you willing to support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Lane's Farm and Fleet's fall jean sale is going on now. We offer genuine value on quality jeans and work pants every day. But right now, get even greater denim deals on the brands you love. Like men's Rustler jeans, just $14.99. Rewards members save an extra buck. Kids silver bootcut denim, only $19.99. Plus, all tires are on sale. Get a $100 rebate when you buy 4 Cooper tires. Rewards members get an extra $50 instant savings.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet. Violent crime up across Wisconsin. Families nervous about their safety. Yet Mandela Barnes called for releasing half of Wisconsin's jailed inmates. That would mean releasing over 10,000 criminals right into our neighborhoods. 10,000 reasons your family would be in more danger. Barnes also supported defunding the police. 10,000 more criminals with fewer police to protect us. What could go wrong? Wisconsin Truth Bank is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
On crime, Tony Evers broke his promise. Evers released hundreds of violent criminals from prison. Murderers, child rapists, back on our streets. Evers broke his promise. Now we're less safe than ever.
Tim Michaels took an oath to protect America, and that's what he'll do as governor. Michaels will put more police on the street, fire weak prosecutors, and keep criminals behind bars. Strength and leadership. Tim Michaels for governor.
Did you know Tim Michaels wants to criminalize abortion, even for pregnant rape victims?
But are you willing to support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
It is a Midwestern way to fight hunger. The Trumpeldor County Helping Out Hunger program provides community members with free venison. When a deer is killed by a driver, the Trumpeldor County Dispatch Center will call people who've signed up for the program to come pick up the deer. The program is now in its 6th year, and the sheriff says he is thankful his department is helping in an innovative way.
So I think it's a great way to help the community again, and it's a no-cost thing to the community, and just one of those services we provide.
Now, just like deer harvested by hunters, all collected deer must be registered with the DNR. If you'd like to join the list, you can call the Trumpeldor County Dispatch Center. UW La Crosse is helping patients fight cancer one blanket at a time. Members of the co-ed Delta Sigma Pi fraternity made the blankets and cards, and today they handed them out to cancer patients at Mayo Clinic Health System. According to the fraternity leaders, giving back to the community is one of their top priorities.
We really just want to make sure that, our presence is felt in the community, that we can help people, and that's kind of what we do, like I said, as an organization, and hopefully continuing to work with Mayo Clinic moving forward.
The donation is part of the Greek Life Group's service project. Because so many students volunteered, it only took an hour to make all the blankets and cards you see. What a great job. You know who else is doing a great job? Our very own Eric Dean. He is live at the downtown Oktoberfest Fest grounds, his very first fest. He's been on stage, he's eaten the food, he's mingling with festgoers. Man, what a great assignment.
Oh, absolutely. And now I kind of have to slow down. That food's starting to settle, if you will. So I just got to lay low for a little bit. Outside right now, you can see we have a mixture of sun and clouds, making for a gorgeous evening here. If you have plans to come out, definitely take advantage of it. It is beautiful outside right now. We're at 66 degrees. Our humidity is at 47%, with winds out of the south-southeast at 3 miles per hour. If you have any evening plans, we'll see temperatures staying in the 60s until we get to about, say about the 9, 10 o'clock time frame. There's your radar scan. You can see a few splash and dash showers over towards portions of Winnesheek County. That's really about it for the next several hours. So here's a look at your evening planner. And like I said, we'll see temperatures going into the low 50s by the 10 o'clock hour, 53 by the 11 o'clock hour with clear skies. The wind will start to pick up though across portions of the Cooley region. So go ahead and take a look here at your forecast. Let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? So when you wake up in the morning, well, first of all, here's the clouds and radar. And like I said, we have that little splash and dash shower across portions of Winnesheek County. Otherwise, a nice evening is ahead. Right now, we are on the back end of this high pressure system, which is going to keep that wind out of the south and the southwest over the next several hours. You see that low pressure system? That's going to be our weather maker as we go into the first part of next week. We will cool the temperatures just a little bit. So now let's take a look at the forecast. We wake up in the morning, temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s. You can see 44 Winona, 44 Decorah. Preston, you'll go to 46. And we'll see temperatures staying in the 40s across the eastern portion of the area. Take a look at Sky Tracker. We'll go ahead and start the clock and take a look here at the next several hours. We'll keep that cloud cover in play for the next several hours. Tomorrow, here's the kicker. We'll see temperatures going into the 50s for the parade. That'll start at 10 o'clock. As we go into the afternoon hours, we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s. We'll see temperatures in the 70s on the high end by the afternoon, going into the early evening hours. You can see there's your Sky Tracker Saturday at noon, mixture of sun and clouds. As we take a look here at the afternoon and early evening hours, that cloud cover will start to pick up again by 7 p.m. Highs tomorrow, like I said, 60s and 70s. We'll see that high of 69 in Viroqua, 70 La Crosse, 71 Winona, 70 in Eau Claire, 69 in Preston. So here's a look at the first forecast for the evening and overnight hours. We'll see partly cloudy skies. We'll see a nice calm wind, making for a gorgeous evening. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies will be the rule. Again, a nice light wind. Definitely get out and enjoy that. The balance of your 8-day forecast has temperatures staying in the 60s and 70s. I want to emphasize tomorrow, let me break out the hour by hour real quick for your Saturday, because this has the parade forecast. Let me see if it can come up on my end. Here we go. So we'll talk about Saturday. There's a high of 70 degrees with mostly sunny skies. We'll go ahead and break out the hour by hour for the parade. And we'll see that 10 o'clock time frame. We'll see temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. So if you have plans to go out to the parade, make sure you take a light jacket, a sweater. But regardless, come out here and have lots of fun the remainder of the 8-day. We have temperatures staying in the 70s for Monday and Tuesday. We go back into the 70s, then we drop again as we go into your Thursday and Friday as another front pushes its way through with highs going back into the low to mid-50s. So the bottom line, not a bad 8-day at all. We do have that rain chance as we go into your Wednesday. Hey, real quick, take a look at the crowd. The crowd is starting to pick up here at the stage. You can see the band is playing. They'll be playing until 7 o'clock this evening. Like I said, the food is hot, the beer is cold, the forecast is great. And did I mention the food was hot? I'm going to see if I can go find some more food.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I was going to say, he better not know the beer is cold. He's still got to come back here and work with us. That band promised us an Aerosmith song, so I'm hoping we'll catch it. Coming up in sports, an important test this weekend for the UW lacrosse football team. Plus a big challenge for the DeSoto Pirates tonight. They've been perfect this year despite the transition to 8-man ball. Rob has that next in sports.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by the Board Store. Are new windows in your future? We're a Pro Via Platinum dealer with certified installers. We'll help you find the best style, color, and glass options for your budget.
When we got pregnant with Lizzie, we were so excited. So when the complications started, it was really scary.
We never considered ending the pregnancy, but those are the kinds of decisions only a family can make. But Derek Van Orden wants the government to do it, banning all abortions, even when a woman's life is at risk.
I'm Betty.
I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Brad Paff. I approve this message because I'll never stop fighting for your right to choose.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear, my taxes are paid in full, but there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets, because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his Senate seat to write a loophole and gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And that's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Perkins burger, fries, and pie combos are back, starting at just $10.99. Mix and match any of our 100% Angus beef burgers, like our barbecue Tangler burger, breakfast burger, and the all-new Smokehouse Bacon Double Cheeseburger. Served with crispy fries and a slice of any of our famous Perkins pies. And don't forget to order seasonal treats from our bakery, like our fresh-baked pumpkin pies and muffins. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Here we are, week 7 of the high school football season. There are still a few undefeated teams looking to stay that way, like the DeSoto Pirates. Tonight they face off against conference foe Kickapoo Lafarge. Now this is DeSoto's first season at the 8-man level, but it's a process that's been in the works for a couple of years. The coaches gave the team the option to either join up with a different school to make a co-op or switch things up and learn the game of 8-man football. So for the past 2 years, the middle school level and the junior varsity level have been practicing and learning a different game. And for some, it was even more work than they had imagined.
My sophomore year is when we got introduced to 8-man, and that's when some of us other seniors were playing it on JV. But our varsity still did 11-man, so, you know, we're a small school. I'd be practicing, you know, all week, coming Monday, playing both ways on varsity, and then both ways on JV, you know. You're just picking, and it's a different game, so it's a lot, that's for sure.
Now, a lot of the rules are the same except for fewer players and smaller field, but that leads to a big change in strategy. Fewer players on defense leads to a lot more points on offense. And for Grelly and the rest of the seniors, they say they're having more fun this season than ever before. Now, their game against Kickapoo just kicked off about 25 minutes ago, but Cade's there right now. We'll have those highlights tonight, plus a ton of great conference matchups. Make sure to tune in at 10 for Week 7 of the Highlight Zone. There's also a big college football game this weekend in lacrosse, and it's only week 4 for UWL, but this could be the most important matchups the Eagles have this season. Tomorrow they face off against WIAC foe UW Whitewater. The Warhawks are ranked 3rd in the Division 3 football polls. UWL is the next highest ranked WIAC team at number 9. Whitewater has dominated the conference. They've dominated this matchup as well. The Warhawks winning their last 8 against UWL. So if the Eagles are looking to get over the hump, if they want to be crowned conference champions, they'll need to get a big win tomorrow afternoon. The game is set to kick off at 1 p.m. Now, Amy, I'm rarely ever a jealous guy. Eric is having so much fun today.
I know, right? And he's
the food,
eating.
I know. I think
he got on stage.
I hope he's not drinking. He said he was worried. He knew the beer was cold. But
I know, right? How did he know?
Fun, man. Maybe soon. We'll be
I
there.
think we need to go down and investigate.
Today?
Yeah.
So the highlight zone.
You can go
I can do both.
You can do both. No problem.
Easy.
No problem. at all.
Multitask.
You can come out tomorrow with us. Are you going to walk in the parade or join us on the broadcast?
I'll be there. I'll be there. But tonight's going to be a tough one.
Okay.
If I wake up in time.
You'll be there. You'll be there. Set an alarm. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Connect with us on Twitter at News 8 News. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
They're destroying America and our livelihoods. Now, DC elites are spending big on Brad Paff. The same Beltway bigwigs who wasted taxpayer money that bailed out elite golf courses and luxury hotels are now bankrolling Brad Paff's campaign because Brad Paff supported their big spending, price-hiking, reckless schemes. And that's why we can't send him to Washington. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Being there. Every minute of every day. As your community electric cooperative, it's not just our way of doing business, it's our way of life. And as a Touchstone Energy Cooperative member, that means value that goes far beyond the energy we provide. Value you can't really put a price on. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
The radical left hate America and riot in our streets. They indoctrinate our children to hate America, stoking fear and envy with their lies and deceptions. Their radical woke agenda and divisive politics are tearing our country apart. Here's Mandela Barnes.
The founder of this nation, awful.
Mandela Barnes is a radical leftist. He supports their woke agenda that's causing you and your family so much pain.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Oh my gosh. Now what are you doing?
All right, one final look at your 8th day. We're seeing temperatures staying in the 60s and 70s. Stay here real quick, because now, you know what, I'm gonna dance. Let's do some, there we go. Yeah!
He's dancing with the royal family?
I am so jealous of this guy.
Oh gosh. All right, we're gonna make him come back. He's gonna tell us all about it, about the food, and he'll have your parade forecast tonight at 10. Happy festing. We'll see you then.